Hey everybody, it's your boy. Today we'll be talking about a very, very important thing I realized right now. And yeah, it's about something I said in the past. This is about communication being key. Yep, I mean, everyone makes mistakes, right? Well, I actually did make a mistake. And I realized how dumb it was more recently, like now, a couple minutes ago. And honestly, this made me realize that this is a perfect example of communication being key. So let me explain. Some people might remember, some might not remember. So if you don't remember, this is a good way for you to remember it. So when I was in school, I befriended someone. Well, actually, the person befriended me. So yeah, Little Timmy befriended me, and he became my first friend. He doesn't count as my first friend since I only said yes to him because I just didn't want to talk to him. This was before I knew his true personality and everything, so I'm glad I never hanged out with him during that time. But yeah, so eventually he transferred it to my classroom. I can't tell you why necessarily, since confidentiality is confidential is confidential. Okay, guys. But yeah. So why does this all have to do with communication being key? Well, I'm not qualified to talk about this, but I know a bit about information. Okay, so you know how couples, and married couples and stuff. You know how some of the couples cheat on each other. Where they cheat and everything, and it's because they don't feel satisfied or because neglect. Well, let's be real about this, just to begin with. It is I don't think it's reasonable to cheat on their partners in general. But there is a condition that makes it kind of fair. Not fair, but it's like, you can understand why it happened. And that's if they communicated with their partner and their partner either completely ignored it or heard it and still did nothing about it to fix the problem. However, if they didn't talk about their unsatisfaction or neglect to their partner, and they just decide that cheating is the best solution, yeah, they're gonna definitely regret that most of the time. Since it is delusional to believe that someone can understand your intentions or feelings without you communicating them. Because there's some feelings that aren't visible. And those feelings that aren't visible by facial expression, yeah, well, they can cause problems in general. And it's not just relationships. But to explain to you guys why I realized that communication was the key. Well, actually, like I mentioned before, since some of you guys probably know the story I'm talking about, but for those who don't know, let me explain. So when little Timmy transferred to my classroom, not his real name, by the way, he has a real name, but I'm just giving him a fake name. Yeah, little Timmy joined my classroom and immediately said to the teacher, "Oh yeah, I'm friends with him, with this guy," which is me, by the way. The guy is me. Okay, so yeah, little Timmy was like, "Yeah, I'm friends with this guy," and I only befriended him because I just didn't want to talk to him. I was like, yeah, we're friends, cool, whatever. Can you leave it and stuff like that? So yeah, I never knew that he was gonna transfer to my classroom and become a problem. So eventually, I felt uncomfortable with the whole thing, and the fact that he would call me his friend and stuff. So eventually, he wanted to have my phone number, and I was going to write my phone number because I just didn't want to deal with it, and I just felt uncomfortable. So I was like, if I just give him my phone number, everything's gonna be okay. Which, now that I think about it, no, it wouldn't be. So, since I found out a couple weeks later that he was very annoying and stuff. So yeah, you might wonder, okay, so what's the miraculous realization that you found out because you're the main character? Yeah, I didn't figure out anything on my own. In fact, it was actually my main teacher who made me realize the truth. Because the teacher said the most obvious thing that I never thought about, and now I'm realizing right now that it was actually the reason why communication is key. Because the teacher told me this, word for word. She said, hey, if you don't want him to have your phone number and you don't want to be his friends with him, you could just say it to him. And yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh yeah, I could literally just say that to him. That I don't want to be his friend and I don't want to give his phone number. I could communicate to him that I don't want to do that. And when I did, it actually worked. He doesn't have my phone number and we're not friends no more. So yeah, it was at that moment, well, actually, it's in this moment that I realized that this is a perfect example of communication being key to relationships. Outside of love and marriage, of course, guys. So, hey, I guess maybe you guys can learn from this. Communication is key, apparently. So, yeah. Also, sorry for not uploading as much as I did. Actually, I think I'm uploaded around the same amount of time, because usually I upload after 3 weeks or something. But yeah, I'm gonna upload me wearing my new clothes for school once I get them. And yeah. Also, I'll probably upload a video about how I feel before school and the things that happen before the whole school stuff. Like, let's say I'm doing a party. I'm gonna talk about the party the day before school. And then I'm gonna do a video of me preparing for school. And then after that, I'm gonna upload that video on YouTube. And then after I'm finished with school, I'll upload another video. And this time I'm gonna be talking about what happened from my first day of school. And it's gonna probably be called Third Year, Episode 1. So yeah. Hope you guys like this video about communication being key. And don't forget to use this in your day-to-day life. And don't be an idiot like me who overcomplicated things by almost giving out my phone number to a person where I could have just told them that I didn't want to do that. To be fair, I was 12 when that happened, and now I'm 14. But even without the whole age thingy, I shouldn't try to find a defense for myself. Because, yeah, I was just dumb. I didn't think about it, okay? So I'm thankful for my teacher for helping me in this situation. So, even though the teacher and I are kind of enemies, or the teacher opposes me and I oppose the teacher, I can't lie that she is sometimes good at doing her job. And maybe sometimes even more, and I just don't notice it. So yeah, thank you to my teacher for helping me when it happened. And thank you all for watching this video about communication being key. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully we might get 100 before I get to school. 100 subscribers to be correct. That would be cool. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I guess we'll see each other on the next video. Which will be me showing my clothes, and yeah. Hey, who knows? It might actually be pretty recent. Who knows? Maybe it's gonna be like 2, 3, or 4 days. As of the time of making this video, I'll show you guys. Actually, I'll show you guys. It is. Hold on. 5/27, and we're in August 12th. August 12th. Hold on, let me check. Wednesday, and it's August 12th. And it is 5 p.m. and 27. Wait, isn't that inaccurate? Oh no, never mind. Yeah, it's 5:20. Okay, everything's good. Also, by the way, if y'all want a good recommendation of what kind of chips to eat these. Eat these. They're good. My opinion, by the way. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see each other soon, or maybe in a couple of weeks. Alright. Oh, actually I do have one more thing. This is a good way to end this whole thing off. Yeah, y'all remember this? Anyways, peace!